Thank you, BBC News. This is BBC News for the 14th day of March in the year 2016, which means 2016. All right, let's get the party started. First and foremost, Sanders gains on Clinton ahead of huge Super Tuesday contests. Interesting. Off the AP wire just 5 short hours ago. Boy, Hillary did not look good in that picture. Yuck. The race for Democratic presidential nomination is tightening, with Bernie Sanders closing in on Hillary Clinton in 2 important contests. Sanders is leading Clinton in Missouri and has cut into the Democratic frontrunner's lead in Ohio and in Illinois, according to the new surveys. The left-leaning public policy polling, PPP. All 3 states now look like toss-ups, with the PPP poll showing Sanders trailing Clinton by just 5 points, 46% to 41% in Ohio, which is a major, major win. The change is particularly notable because several polls in Ohio in the beginning of the month showed Clinton with a 20 to 30 point lead over the Vermont senator. The race has drawn much closer since Sanders' surprise win in Michigan. He also trailed by double digits in that state weeks before its primary. In Illinois, Clinton gets 48% in the PPP survey compared to 45% for Sanders. In Missouri, Sanders gets 47% compared to 46% for Killary. Clinton has larger leads in 2 other states holding contests on Tuesday, Florida and North Carolina. What, are y'all crazy? Can somebody wake up somebody in Florida and North Carolina and tell them that Debbie says the following? Are you kidding? In North Carolina, she's 56 and he is 37. In Florida, she is 57 and he is 32. People, come on. However, Sanders won a higher proportion than expected of the black vote in Michigan, which suggests his anti-trade, anti-Wall Street rhetoric may be winning support from a coalition of voters. Other polling released Monday from Quinnipiac University found nearly identical results from Florida and Ohio, with Clinton leading by 26 points, 60% to 34, and 5 in Ohio, 51 to 46. Tuesday is a critical day in the race for the Democratic nomination. You know something? I'm for Sanders. Feel the burn, people. Feel the frickin' burn, you idiots. Are you kidding me? Shut up, people. Boy, we have something big to report here. Check this out. Now, this makes me want to vote. I'm probably going to vote for Trump. I'm not sure. I'm just going to let y'all guess. 124 illegal immigrants released from jail, later charged with 138 murder cases. What did I tell y'all? We used to get them out of jail. INS would swoop in and pick them up. No, excuse me. We would be called by people. Hello, can you get Jose Rodriguez Martinez Emmanuel Jesus out of jail? We would check the bonds, and it would have an INS hold. INS would swoop in, grab them out of jail, and throw them back at the border. Some of these people were charged with rape, murder, robbery, burglary, assault, kidnapping, all kinds of shit. They just threw them back at the border. United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, has now revealed that 124 illegal immigrant criminals released from jail by the Obama administration have been subsequently charged with murder. The Center for Immigration Studies reports that data from ICE to the Senate Judiciary Committee added that the committee is not releasing the names of the murder suspects. Well, duh. I can tell you what their names are. Jose Franco, Jose Martinez, Jesus Villazuela. I mean, are you kidding me? If you think I'm joking, let me just show you a little interesting fact here in Dallas, all right? Let's go to Dallas County warrants. Warrants. Watch this. All right. Here we go. Oh, man, I don't want to search. Okay, let's just search by zip code. We'll say 75149. Here we go. And the names are Perla Aguirre, Romero Alfaro, Jose Alvarado, Luis Alvarez, Monica Alvarez, Cristina Arriaga, Joyce Arvizo, Ronald Algurar, M. Benavides, F. Benitez. Shall I keep going? Do you get the point? I mean, it just goes ridiculous, on and on and on and on and on. It's always Cerro, Cervantes, Chavez. That's their names. Contreras, Cortez. All right? You get the picture? Garcia, De Luis, De la Mar, De la Torre, Descuidada, Diaz, Dominguez. I mean, people, it's just the same freaking thing. Illegal Mexicans. I'm sorry. Get them out of here. I hate them. Idiots using all of our shit. Using our... Hey, man, they send them to our schools and make us teach them English. I'm like, what? What idiot would do that? I'm not saying put them back over there and kill them or anything like that. I'm not an idiot. I'm just saying just stay home. Hey, man, I mean, you're the idiots that are allowing your government to overthrow yourselves. I mean, whatever. Shut up, Debbie. It's as I see it. The criminal aliens released by ICE, who had already been convicted of thousands of crimes, are responsible for a significant crime spree in America communities, including 124 homicides. Inexplicably, ICE is choosing to release some criminal aliens multiple times, said the report written by CIS's respected Director of Policy Studies. Oh, respected. Her name is Jessica Vaughn. She added that 75% were released due to court orders or because their countries would not take them back. Well, I'm sure they won't. What's more, her report said that in 2014, ICE released 30,558 aliens, who had been convicted of 92,347 crimes, and only 3% were deported. Her analysis is the latest shocking review of President Obama's open border policy. Come on in, especially if you're Muslim. She said that 124 criminal aliens released by ICE between blank and blank were charged with murder and associated with 250 different communities in the United States, with the most of them in, guess where? Texas, California, and New York, or Yorque de la Nueva. In a memo about the subsequent crimes of released illegals to judicial community, the aliens were charged with a total of 135 homicide-related crimes. She also said, the respected reporter said, that ICE reported that there were 156 criminal aliens who were released at least twice by ICE. Between them, these criminals had 1,776 convictions. Oh, imagine that, 1776, before their first release in 2013 with burglary, larceny, drug possession. Well, drug possession doesn't bother me. Now let's go to our on-the-spot reporter to give us probably the same thing that Mommy just told y'all. Take it away, on-the-spot reporter. Please.
You don't have to be a pussy to break out of jail. Apparently it helps.
Did he just say what I think he said? And they were showing a picture of a cat. What? Shut up. Just do the report.
If you're an illegal immigrant convicted of murder and other violent crimes. At least that's the finding of a government report obtained by the Center for Immigration Studies. It shows Immigration and Customs Enforcement released from prison last year more than 36,000 illegal immigrants convicted of crimes ranging from the murder of a public official to tax evasion. That's in addition to the 68,000 ICE let go who are waiting for Uncle Sam to deport them. Texas Congressman Lamar Smith, whose district covers portions of Austin and San Antonio, calls this the worst prison break in American history. ICE officials say some of the released criminals have to wear electronic monitoring devices. They also say they had to release some of them to comply with a 2001 Supreme Court ruling that said immigrants had to be let go after 6 months if their home countries won't take them back. This comes...
What buffoon made that thing? I know. I have an idea. Me, pick me. Okay, you with the blonde hair and the dark tan. I have an idea. If their countries don't want them back after, say, 6 months, we have to just let them go. No bond, no nothing, no trial, no nothing. What do you think? Good idea? Great, let's do that. Freaking idiots. Let me run this freaking country for about 2 weeks and watch what I do. I'm serious. Debbie's so angry today. I wonder what happened in Debbie's life that's making her so angry. Maybe it's the bump on her head. College students are demanding safe spaces from Border Patrol agents. Blatant disregard to undocumented students' safety and well-being. Off the AP Wire today, about an hour ago, a new crusade has emerged among college students who insist on insulation from the real world. You know something? We were not around these yucky people. We're from the Beverly Hills High School and subsequent college. We don't want to see these yucky people because we're all pretty. All right. All right already. Start over again, they say. Thank you, Matilda. Matilda Blanket's at the board today, everybody. Matilda, love you, want you, need you. Continuing to be my slave since the year 2010 when she led a failed troll war against Mommy. Didn't you, baby? Didn't you lead a failed troll war against me in the year 2010? You and Vince and the Bye. Matilda. What do you want me to say? Nothing. Just keep doing that. And after that, I need all the toilet scrub, sweetie pie. All right. Starting all over again. Well, same. Is that your IQ or how many friends you had after your dog died, Matilda? Try it one more time and watch what happens. Just go ahead. I dare you. I'm going to sit here and watch you. Really? You think? A new crusade has emerged among college students who insist on insulation from the real world. Now, left liberal campus activists demand safe spaces from United States Customs and Border Protection agents who recruit at campus job fairs. Protesters at several campuses in Southern California and Arizona have demanded administrators cut all ties with the federal agency, and some have protested agents' presence on the campus. Students say Border Protection representatives make students feel icky. At UC Santa Barbara in late January, a parade of students boisterously demonstrated against Border Patrol recruiters at a campus job fair, loudly chanting, "Fuck your borders! Fuck your walls! We want to go home." Well, they did say "fuck your borders" and "fuck your walls." Excuse the language, people. One organizer told the College Fix that the agents attending were triggering for undocumented students there. There's no space in this campus for an organization that continues to threaten the safety of us. Last fall, UC Irvine students circulated a petition that called for administrators to remove a U.S. Customs and Border Protection booth from the school's fall career fair, saying that officers' presence would make the campus unsafe for students in the country illegally. The agency backed out of the event. Oh my God. The recruiters just felt that the opposition to their attendance could be distraction from our recruitment efforts because we only want to work for, oh my God, IBM and stuff like that Daddy works for. You know what I mean? Oh my God, are you kidding me? No. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. No way. I went to the mall and oh my God, guess what? What? I saw, oh my God. No. Yes. Anyway, the UC Irvine petition had declared that having Border Patrol agents on campus is a blatant disregard to undocumented student safety and well-being. That sentiment was echoed by students at San Diego State and the University of Arizona, who have taken preemptive measures against border protection agents on campus. And now we go live, I believe, to some rowdy students screaming something about the take them all away, we don't want them. Now here's the deal. I'm Tiffany, and I'm a spokesman for the University at Irvine. And here's the deal, okay? We are pretty people, okay? We're very pretty. We're very rich. We watch The Hills, and we watch the Kardashians. Shut up! I'm on the radio on the Debbie Daily Show. Shut up. Go. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? She said that? No. Oh, sorry. And when these people come to our job fairs, it is, it's just gross. You know what I mean? They don't look like us or something. It's just weird. Besides that, we don't want to be a border agent because that's just tacky. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, sweetie. Welcome to the real world, darling. Wake up and smell the coffee. Several students declined to be interviewed by the College Fix, but the group appeared to include a mix of members from several student organizations on campus. Robles, who just was on the, Tiffany Robles was on the air here, said that demonstrators had mostly converged to show solidarity with undocumented students. We don't want them. I'm telling you, lady. All right, Tiffany, Matilda's going to escort you right out of the building, okay? Go right over there, Tiffany. I'm just going to come back. Oh, my God. Anyway, so much for my Phil Henry Dean. All right. Students at the public university were notified Monday via email about career fair participants, along with a statement by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol that said, uniform custom. All right, take 3. Uniformed Customs and Border Protection staff will be on site with the sole purpose of providing students with information about a broad range of career opportunities. Our motto is Have Gun, Will Travel. CPB recently launched a national recruiting strategy to aggressively recruit women, minorities, veterans, and college students. If you have a gun and you can aim to anybody swimming in the water, give us a call at 1-800-KILL-THE-BEANERS. How about that? That's as I see it, people. That is as I see it. I'm serious. That's horrible. Little twats. White House jabs London mayor over Brexit outburst. Do we care about that? Nah. We want to talk about, what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about North Korea. Kim Jong-un. Little Kim. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered an imminent nuclear warhead explosion test. Yay! And multiple ballistic missile launches. We have nuclear warhead. We have a nuclear warhead now. We're going to say for you that you are going to regret ever messing with the North Korea, you stupid white people. They've got them aimed at Washington. I don't make this up. Please close the blinds. I'm sorry, I'm being bothered by an idiot. Off the AFB in Seoul, Korea. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has ordered an imminent nuclear warhead explosion test and multiple ballistic missile launches just weeks after being slapped with tough new UN sanctions. The order came after Kim Jong-un monitor the successful lab test of the warhead reentry technology required for a nuclear strike on the United States mainland. United States mainland. That's where you're sitting, bitches. You see where you're sitting right now? You're going to get zapped by this maniac. Kim's comments were the latest in a series of daily statements and warnings by Pyongyang talking up the North's nuclear strike capabilities and threatening attacks on Washington, D.C. Yay! The main focus of the threats have been ongoing large-scale military exercises by Seoul, Korea, and the United States that Pyongyang has condemned as rehearsals for an invasion. How about that? How about that? How does that make y'all feel? Are you kidding me? I'm just like, I don't know how that makes me feel. I'm like going, okay, North Korea, I tell you what, sit down, all right? Sit down and shut up, eat your rice, enjoy your life, and don't worry about it. Nobody's going to come and get you, all right? Anyway, back to the story. Funny, very funny. I can also mute that. The warning came days after state media released photos of Kim posing next to a nuclear warhead going, "Look at this, what we got for you, America." Kim had said last week that the North was planning to conduct new tests to gauge the destructive power of the new miniaturized warheads. We want to see what they do. While North Korea is known to have small stockpile of nuclear weapons, its ability to deliver them accurately to a chosen target is a subject of heated debate. There are numerous question marks over North Korea's delivery systems, which many experts believe is just a little bit behind in what everybody else is doing. What do you want me to say? We got them at dollar sale. We got them from leftover... Hilda, stop the music. Stop it. We got them left over from the Korean War. They were left over here. We just put a duct tape on them, and we're going to do very, very good things with them now. I will keep y'all I will keep you apprised of that situation. Just stay tuned to As I See It here on the Debbie Daily Radio Network, heard by thousands around the world. Sarah Palin's husband is in intensive care after a snowball accident. What's wrong with me? Sarah Palin's husband, Todd, is in intensive care after a snowmobile accident. Sarah Palin's husband was injured in a serious snowmobile crash. This is off of Reuters today, just about 5 hours ago. But she still appeared at the Donald Trump rally in Florida. Yay! Palin was forced to cancel a morning campaign event in the Villages, Florida, after Todd Palin's accident. She's like, God, hold on just a second. Hello? What did he do this time? What? Jesus Christ, who let him on the goddamn snowmobile? Look, I'm over here with Dawn. I'm with the Dawn. Oh, whatever. All right, bye. But that afternoon, she went ahead and gave a Trump speech in Tampa ahead of the state's primary. Thank you guys for your prayers for my husband, who is recovering after a little wreck on a snow machine. Big wreck, actually. Small wreck, big wreck, whatever. And I just want you all to know that I love you all, but I love Trump more. He was driving it around in the snow like an idiot, and he knows I'm always supposed to drive. But I want to thank you all for your prayers and support. And I'll be sure that Todd, I know it's a weird name. No, that's his real name, Todd. The mic's hot? What do you mean the mic's hot? Oh, thank you again. And now it's on to win the presidential. And by the way, who all thinks that Donald's going to have me as his vice president? Stop it. I was just kidding. Trump also addressed the crash at the rally, saying, her husband's tough cookie, but when you're too tough to break, ribs every once in a while, whatever. That's stupid. Okay, so prayers and kisses for Todd Palin. That is Mrs. Palin. Beverly Hills, at the top of the news today, is putting a spotlight on celebrity water wasters. Officials in Beverly Hills said they tried it all. Educational campaigns, usage restrictions, blah, 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 blah. And there's nothing that's going to stop those rich bastards from wasting water. Despite those efforts, the community missed its savings target every month since June, when a statewide 25% reduction in urban water consumption became mandatory amid the punishing drought. It's mostly just those rich people, the celebrities. Damn guys think they can do anything they want just because they're rich. The letters were sent to the entertainment industry figures such as comedian Amy Poehler, prominent real estate developer Jeff Palmer, and other notable names. An estate owned by philanthropist and former media mogul David Geffen used an average of 27,000 gallons a day between June 2nd and August 2nd, roughly 60 times what the average Los Angeles family uses in about the average. Debbie, this is stupid. You can't even understand yourself. The average California, Los Angeles. Moving on to the next subject. Sorry about that. I just kind of lost it on that one. CBS has been sued over Judge Judy's exorbitant salary. Have you ever heard what this bitch makes? Are you ready? 47 big ones. And I don't mean 47,000. Judy Scheindlin. This certainly won't end up in Judge Judy's court, but a scathing multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed today against CBS has no-nonsense host Judy Scheindlin, her syndicated series, and its spin-off Hot Bench in the legal spotlight. Seeking widespread, unspecified damages, plaintiff Rebel Entertainment Partners claims that it has been denied contractually obligated payments since 2010 from the net profits of the 19th season CBS television distributed Judge Judy because it supposedly is losing money while paying Judge Judy herself up to $47 million a year. Judge Judy's payout may be at the core of the suit, but she's not even mentioned as a defendant. According to defendants, in the 6-month accounting period prior to Judge Judy's pay raise, the show reported net profits of $3 million, of which 5% was paid to Rebel, alleges the successor in interest to the talent agency that originally packaged the Judge Judy series. Having received regular payments over the years until 2010, Rebel claims that Judge Judy has grossed over $1.7 billion. Who watches that shit? Do y'all watch Judge Judy? She's just some old bitch, isn't she? What is Judge Judy? Stop. Let's take a listen to a little bit of Judge Judy. Isn't she the one that like bitches at him real bad? Is that who I'm thinking? I mean, isn't that right? I don't think I've ever seen Judge Judy. Judge Judy. Crazy roommates from a week ago. 50,000 views. Turn it up, Matilda, or get fired.
Aaron Feldmeyer, and Rebecca Smith for the return of rent and property and for the cost of a hotel room.
Order. All rise. Yes, case number 481 on the calendar in the matter of Pomeroy versus Graham, Neely, Feldmeyer, and Smith. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Miss Pomeroy, would you tell me how many people you lived with in this apartment?
I lived with Rick in this apartment. Actually, it was a house, and temporarily lived with Aaron Feldmeyer.
Who's Aaron Feldmeyer? Stand closer to Rick.
Okay.
Change places. Very good. And who are the other two?
The other two are friends who, one lived there before I did, and the other lived there after.
But they never lived there while you were there?
No.
When you moved in, he was already there?
Yes.
And you had a rent arrangement?
Yes.
You moved in on what date?
On July 2nd. I did not move my belongings in, however, until the middle of July.
And when did you move out?
July 28th was the first big blowout. And
just tell me when you moved out.
August 5th would be the end of our
So you were there for a month?
Not even, but yes.
Now tell me what it is that you want.
I would like reimbursement for rent paid per our agreement.
What rent do you want reimbursement for?
We had an agreement that if anything were to go wrong, he would reimburse me. I paid $1,150 the first month, which was paying for part of his rent as well.
Just a second. What was your share of the rent?
My share of the rent would have been $725, but he needed help.
Just a second. Is that correct?
For rent, yes, just for rent.
And how much did you give him for the 1 month you were there?
The first month I gave him $1,150.
Just a second. Is that correct?
She did give me that much, yes.
Okay, so far you owe her $425. What else do you think you want?
The second month I paid $725 and did not stay in that house one day.
Well, when did you give him the $725?
I gave it to him on August 5th, which was my final day in the house.
Why did you give it to him on August 5th?
Because I thought that I would be living there until he ran me out that evening, drilling holes through the wall and threatening me and so on and so forth.
So it is fair to say that you lived there 5 days into August.
Okay, I can do this. Plaintiff's an idiot, and get the fuck out of my courtroom. Next. What'd the barber say? Next.
No, because I was in a hotel.
You mean August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th?
From
you
the
were in a hotel?
From the 29th through August 4th,
Okay.
I was in a hotel.
Did she give you $725 on August 5th?
Yes.
And was she there after August 5th?
Her belongings were.
Was she there after August 5th?
No.
Now, when she came back on August 5th, Mr. Graham, is that the night that you say you were fixing the sheetrock by drilling holes in the walls and playing music loud? Is that one night that you refer to in your answer?
I believe on maybe a couple days later. I'm not exactly sure on the date.
Well, she says it was August 5th.
It was not August 5th.
It was August 5th turning into August 6th because it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
It was not.
My police report
Well, then
will
she's going to
reflect
get
that.
her rent back, sir. So far you owe her $1,175. What else do you want, Miss Pomeroy?
I would like either the property or the value of such. I would also like...
What property?
All of my property that was stolen. It's a very long list. I would also like reimbursement for having to stay in a hotel.
Just a second. When you moved out, and I've just given you your rent back because you no longer planned on being there, when did you go back to get your property?
You vacated and left the property, stupid. So the property's like, bing, all gone. Can y'all hear Gunner? That can only mean one thing. Steven's home.
The end of the month at which I had paid, but was not.
Well, then you can't have
there.
it. Listen to me. Then you can't have it. Meg, listen.
Okay,
follow my mouth.
If you would let me speak, I can tell you why. I was in correspondence with the homeowner trying to arrange a time to go and get my belongings because I was fearful of him. He threatened me. Rick threatened me. He scared me. I was taken out of the home August 6th at 3 o'clock in the morning by him for fear of my life. I called the police. I have documentation of that. And I did not want to go back into the house with him there. I was making arrangements with the homeowner to get my belongings at a time when Rick was not there. When I did try to go and get my belongings, I could not. The door was bolted or the electricity was off, and my belongings were then missing. Rick took it upon himself to break the lock into my bedroom, which the police themselves had me lock the morning of the 6th. And he pilfered my belongings. And when I was able to retrieve my belongings, there was very few left. Everything from my bed to my pots and pans.
And maybe that video montage will show.
Shh, don't speak to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything. I do have documentation of all of it. I walked through the house and documented everything.
When you went back to the house and you were able to get some of your property, who did you go with?
I went with my father, and I went with Billy, and I had the police there.
Just so you went with your father, you went with Billy, and you had the police there.
And then the homeowner met me on the final day as well because I could not get into the house. I had to wait 2 hours for him to come unlock it, even though he had left it unlocked for me. Rick had gone back and locked it.
He owes you $1,175, which includes $725 in rent. You have a counterclaim. That sounds to me ridiculous. You want to go forward with it?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm busy today. Make it fast.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, she never came to the residence.
Don't tell me what she never did. I want you to tell me about your counterclaim.
This is part of my counterclaim. She never came for her belongings until the 2nd of the following month, which I have from my landlord a text message saying, "Hey, come and let her in."
What else?
Also, I have.
What's your counterclaim?
That's also not true because I was there before that.
I'm going to eliminate the $1,175.
My apologies.
Great.
Also,
Just a second. I want you to tell me what your counterclaim is for.
For harassment, unpaid utilities, and now my landlord is...
I can speak for Rick. I'm his sister. Okay, I'm the one standing over here with the long curly hair that I spent 4 days getting ready to come on the show for. Now, first of all, I know that my brother looks a little bit like Spock on Star Trek, so don't judge him on that. Okay? This bitch broke up with Rick, okay, and they had a fight because she's a whore. And I have her bed, and my other sister over here, the fat one, she has all her cooking utensils. Fuck her. We don't want her back. She's mean and she's a bitch. Thank you, Judge Judy.
Suing me because she didn't come and get her stuff until after the second that he had to deal with it. I was the only leaseholder on there. She had no reason to talk to the landlord.
Great. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $11.75. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're done.
And what did the barber say? Next. Thank you, Judge Judy. I hope that you enjoy your $47 million salary. Shouts out to Mad Dog 61 in the chat room of death and to Raping Boys. All right, I'm assuming you're from the University of Pennsylvania. No, I'm joking. Japanese tour guides are cleaning up the filthy streets of Paris themselves. Check this out, people. Off Reuters today at 12:18 p.m., Paris is so filthy that Japanese tour guides have started cleaning the streets up themselves. Well, I wonder why. A group of 9 guides funded by the Parisian Tourism Association dispersed throughout the City of Lights began their cleaning up mission in hopes of bringing more Japanese visitors to the town. Why, I think Mr. Landlord's here. Who's there? It's Gunner. Their first stop was the Trocadero Gardens near the Eiffel Tower, which they spruced up by planting cherry trees. We want to make the city cleaner for our own people who have high standards, said one of the spokesperson. But in recent years, Paris has actually become one of the cleanest cities in the world. It's not dirty, says the Paris City Hall spokesman. Paris is currently the 5th most popular place for Japanese tourists to visit. We bring a camera, take many, many pictures. With the U.S. ranks number 1 with 1.8 million visitors a year, with about 600,000 from America, going to America. Paris's mayor, Anne Hidalgo, is trying to drum up tourism following the widespread terror attacks last November. Now, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law got a cheap deal to Paris. Let's see what it costs to go to Paris right now. All right. DFW to Paris. Here we go. As I see it. Non-stop on American Airlines. 9 hours and 25 minutes is $1,590. Yay. Or we could connect through Aeromexico. No, thank you. Dallas to Paris on Expedia.com. Here we go. Yay. I think we can beat that. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Departing March 28th, returning April 4th, 2 adults. Let's see what we got. Flight only. Here we go. All right. Air France, 1 stop, $1,541. And stop moving around. We can go Delta, $1,494, which is 1 stop. We want to go nonstop. Thank you. And our bargain fare, American Airlines, nonstop, DFW to CDD, $1,136. Sounds fair to me. Shall we? Shall we book it? Book to Bogota. We won't do that. We want to fly there on Southwest Airlines. Southwest. All you have to do is put in SW. And you get Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines flies everywhere that you want to fly. Las Vegas, Cancun, you name it, we go there. Explore the Caribbean and earn 25,000 points. Bags fly free with Southwest Airlines. And don't forget, we give you a little bag of peanuts. And when we board, it's called cattle call. First one takes the last one's place is what I always yell. All right, CBS, we talked about that. talked about that. And we talked about that. We talked about the college students, North Korea. White House jabs London mayor. We talked about that. Intelligence committee embracing the LGBT spies. What? What is this? Off of the AP Wire. No, off of Reuters. Austin, Texas. A U.S. intelligence community that once forced out gays and lesbians for security reasons now sees inclusivity as the best way to protect the country and seeks to recruit spies from a wider talent pool that include the LGBT community. At a session titled America's LGBT Spies, or Secret Agents of Change, held at the South by Southwest Tech Summit in Austin, the panelists said for the United States intelligence community with a $60 billion budget to attract the best talent, it must embrace diversity. We are not the organization of your grandfathers. We have gone from a very dark and closed environment to a very warm and open environment, said Tracy Ballard, Technical Intelligence Officer with the CIA, who came out as a lesbian in 1988. Yay! Ballard said at the time, agents risked losing their security clearance and their jobs by coming out. She was initially ostracized by the agency that she has served, and she has seen evolve over 30 years of service. Boy, I bet you she looks pretty good. She said under Cold War thinking, being gay could subject someone to blackmail, and coming out meant someone would be seen as a deviant who could not be trusted. Over the years, the intelligence community has changed to allow people to be themselves. Be yourself. Be yourself. How many of y'all know what I'm singing there? I am singing what everybody in my real life gives me shit about, that everybody saw. Because, see, y'all know, I baby Steven. Steven's my little favorite. Steven's my little angel. Steven has never disrespected me or thrown things at me or tried to kill me. No, I'm joking, of course, when I say that. But there's a scene in the movie Just Friends starring the incomparable, Chris Riddles. Who is now playing some stupid thing on TV, on the movies that Jet wants to go see, but I think it's a dumb superhero. But anyway, Chris Reynolds has an over-loving mom, not dominant. I was never over-dominant. I never knew where Steven was half the time when he was 5 years old. And I'm joking, of course. But there's a scene in here where everybody that comes over to the house goes, "Oh my God, you're just like the lady in Just Friends when it comes to Steven." And here is the scene that I speak of. Thank you very much.
Mom!
What is it, Peanut?
Where are my ice skates?
Oh, honey, I gave those away years ago.
Are you serious? I need them.
Well, honey, why would I keep them? You're never here. Besides, you weren't terribly good at ice skating.
Well, I'm good now. And I need my skates to show off my talents.
Oh, well, honey, I'm sure you can rent a pair. Besides, you don't have to show off for Jamie. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Now, come on, Mikey and I are making snow angels.
I don't want to be myself. My snow globe collection.
And yes, Steven actually has a snow globe collection. So does Heather. Steven's are geared more towards boys and Heather's for girls, so y'all can all shut up. I'm serious. Y'all can shut up now. And here's another scene that is from Just Friends for a little comedy, comic relief. This is called Hello, Joyce.
Hello.
Jamie, hey.
What's up?
Listen, you're never going to believe this, but I can't get a flight out. I'm stuck here another day.
Oh.
I want to apologize for earlier. Let me make it up to you.
Good.
Do you want to go ice skating?
I thought you hated ice skating.
I used to, but, you know, I'm actually pretty damn good now. I'm the MVP in my league, in fact. Come on, be like old times.
Hello, Joyce?
Mom, I'm on the phone.
Well, Chris, what are you doing over at Joyce's?
No, Mom. I'm in the living room 10 feet away from you, and I'm on the phone.
Oh, well, I was wondering, while I have you on the phone, what would you like for dinner? We have a choice between chicken chow mein or pot roast.
Mom, please.
I'm not that bad. I'm not that stupid anyway. But I do agree with the be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. And I think that's going to do it today for today's news as I see it by Debbie Daly, your beautiful and talented news goddess here, self-appointed news goddess, self-elected news queen, news goddess, who has replaced none other than Snoozy, who ran like a burnt rabbit. Well, I don't want to be around that stuff. That's a bunch of bullshit. But I found you, Snoozy. I know where he's broadcasting. Will I ever tell? Well, do you think I'll ever tell? Hell no. Our news today is brought to us by the good people at the Mr. White Music Company. Mr. White has many hits out. His latest, that sounded stupid. His latest hit went double platinum in the UK, triple platinum in Australia. Debbie, Australia is the UK. No, it's not. It's its own country. Shut up. Don't talk to me anyway. Really? Back to you and more of it. Back to you and more of it. Infinity. Sorry. It's the idiot over there. We fight all day, but what am I going to do? I can't kill her. I mean, she's my slave since 2010 when she led a failed troll war against me. 404 Debbie, 404 Debbie. And I said, really? What this? And I shut them down in one night. All right. From the album of the same name. All right. In the year 1972... here's Mr. White. When it snows, I'll see you guys next time. I'm coming over there. Thank you guys. Peace out.
Hey friends, Lester Bartholomew Jones, and I just want you to know that I never, ever, no, I don't ever listen to Debbie Daly. Well, maybe once in a while, maybe once a week, maybe I slip in there a few more times than that. I'm conflicted now. I need to go.
And when it snows, I remember all the tracks that came before. Under the snow, I can see the footprints she once made right to my door. When it snows, overcome all my fears. I can't see all of the footprints that I made when you were here. And when it snows, I remember other tracks that came before. Under the snow, I can see the footprints she once made right to my door.
A buddy of mine showed up the other day and told me that he had just got a new car for his wife. I told him I thought that's just a pretty good trade. And then he left.